Thank you.
She drives through it. It's really pretty. It's beautiful.
Yeah, sure.
I'll go restart your phone real quick.
Okay, thanks, Ben.
Have a lot of. You might have to restart all of them, Ben.
You all have desk phones?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, okay, sure. Go down the hallway.
Thanks, Ben. Nobody wants a headset. Am I going? No? I think so. No? Yeah?
We got lights.
Yeah, we do have lights. Good. I almost said good morning. Oh, no, I almost said good afternoon, but it is good morning. Good morning, and it's 9:09 a.m. We had some technical difficulties and we're starting a little bit late. So thank you for being patient with us. It is Wednesday, February 24th, 2021, and time for a scheduled public hearing to consider a request by Lee Family Trust of a preliminary plat for Solitude Creek subdivision. This is case number SD 2020-006. I am Commissioner Smith, and this hearing is being conducted in person as well as on WebEx. So everyone that is on WebEx, if you could please use the feature of the hand raising thing to let us know if you will be testifying, and we will unmute you and then swear you in if applicable. Also in attendance today in person is Commissioner White and Commissioner Van Beek, and then I have the lovely Monica Reeves as our recording secretary, deputy clerk, and then the lovely lady from Development Services, Director Tricia Nilsson, and Planner Jennifer Almeida, the most lovely. Online, it looks like I have Craig Lee and Jim Coslet. Neither of you raised your hand, so I'm assuming I need probably one of you as the applicant to participate. Craig, since I can see you, there we go, there you got your hand. So you'll be the applicant testifying today?
Correct. Jim is the engineer.
Okay, perfect. Did we spend a minute ago? We can, just in case he does want to have something. Okay, so we will at this time administer the oath.
Tricia Nilsson, Jen Almeida, Craig Lee, Jim Coslet, do you swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? So help you God?
I do.
Okay. All right. Do I have to do declarations? Is there any conflict of interest or reason you should not participate in today's hearing? Thank you, Madam Chair. No. Me neither. So at this time, I will turn it over to Jen for the staff report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The subject property is approximately 16.55 acres. It is located within Middleton's impact area, and it is not within a floodplain. The subject property is zoned CR R1, single-family residential, and the average minimum lot size in that zone is 1 acre. The subject property is designated as residential on the Canyon County Future Land Use Map and the development is located in an area that is anticipated for residential. Keller and Associates has reviewed the preliminary plat package for conformance with Canyon County Code. Keller has recommended that the plat be approved with conditions of approval as outlined in Exhibit 4. Those recommended conditions have also been included as recommended conditions by staff, and I will enter those in Exhibit 1. Access to the site, the development will contain a private road to provide access, as well as a public road on the southern boundary of the subject property. Canyon Highway District Number 4 has reviewed the plat, and comments were supplied as Exhibits 5, 8, and 13. The most recent comments from the Highway District are found in Exhibit 13, and those comments were as a result of their most recent review. The district has approved the preliminary plat subject to the conditions outlined in Exhibit 13. The district is a signatory on the final plat, and their requirements will be adhered to. There's also a requirement to meet their requirements in the condition of approval. Domestic water and sanitary sewer will be provided by individual septic systems and individual domestic wells. The subject property is not located within a nitrate priority area. Pressurized irrigation will be supplied to each residential lot, and the system will be owned and maintained by the HOA. The Planning and Zoning Commission did hear this request and recommended that it be approved on November 5th of 2020. Staff is also recommending approval, finding that it meets Article 17 and Idaho Code. And we have supplied recommended conditions of approval outlined in Exhibit 1 of the staff report. That concludes my summary, and I will stand for questions.
Jennifer, can you confirm, maybe I missed it, and you just already said it, I'm sorry, but the Exhibit 5 from Canyon Highway District, was this resolved or is it still not resolved?
So it is resolved. Exhibit 13 is their most recent exhibit, and
Oh, perfect.
was as a result of the very latest review. So Exhibit 13,
Thank you.
what they would recommend at this time. And they did indicate in that exhibit that they approved that.
Thank you. Any additional questions for staff? Madam Chair, Commissioner Van Beek?
Can you just help me look at the map? So I'm looking at the preliminary plat for this subdivision that was included with the staff report. And because we've had a lot of moving parts and pieces with the highway district, I just would like clarification. I know that we have something from Keller, but it looks like the Elko Road on the north will be abandoned. Winter Horse Drive at the southwest corner where it goes into Kingsbury. I understood that one to be no direct access. Can you help me with that plat on where they're going to take access onto those main roads?
So Winter Horses Drive comes off Kingsbury. That will provide access to their internal private lane, which is Quail Creek Lane. The lots 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the west side of the property will have access to Winter Horses Drive.
Okay. And then I had a question. The average lot size in this is 1 acre, but I think there's 4 lots that are less than an acre, still subject to review by Southwest District Health. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
So the overall average for the residential lots is 1 acre when you include the smaller lots.
Okay.
But as I stated in the report, Southwest District Health is really going to be the deciding factor in that, and whether or not those smaller lots, 12, 13, 14 can actually be that small, or if they're going to have to consolidate them into one.
Okay, so I think you've answered the question. There could yet be some change based on their findings on what this looks like for that.
Right.
Okay. Okay, and then plat note 8, and I'm looking at Exhibit 1, just for clarification for my own purposes. So the road users maintenance agreement, the last part of that condition where it says said agreement shall adhere to Canyon County zoning ordinance, and shall describe the responsible parties for construction, maintenance, including repairs and necessary improvements. So we have something in one part of the report, so an exhibit that says it'll conform to Kenyon Highway District, and then here it says it will be the ordinance on the books of the county. Are those in sync?
So the public road, Winter Horses Drive on the southern boundary, will adhere to Canyon Highway District requirements.
Okay.
The internal public road, private road, Quail Creek Lane, will be the road issue.
Thank you for the clarification. Okay.
Jennifer, on the aerial, Exhibit 3, is the road being constructed south of the boundaries in that it looks like there's a strip of land that looks like the future road and then possibly a cul-de-sac near the east side of that picture, it's a round circle. Is that like where the bulb is supposed to go? Like,
so the public road, at least as far as this development is concerned, will be improved and constructed to standards up to the property boundary. From my understanding, yes. So it doesn't go all the way to the cul-de-sac as far as the improvements that are being made on public road.
so, but is it within that, is the road improvement in that strip south of the red line on Exhibit 3?
I believe so, yes.
And so is there fencing or anything that's going to be removed from the people's land that goes into that?
I believe the highway district talked about some obstructions within that they will take care of as part of the improvement to that roadway.
I'm sure if you look at the plat, there's some power poles that have to be relocated.
And the applicant, as well as their engineer, have had a lot of discussions with the highway district through this process for the new.
So that road, currently, it was like a driveway and it's called Elko Lane. Is that correct?
Elko Lane is located on the north.
Oh, on the north?
Yeah, and that will just serve at this point as a canal road.
Madam Chair.
And the Quail Creek Lane road.
Madam Chair.
That was Commissioner Van Beek.
That was what I was going to say. The future plans are not to develop that road, but to abandon Elko.
Correct.
Okay.
And then like Quail Creek Lane out to the Winter Horses Drive. That goes out to Keith.
Okay. Madam Chair.
Commissioner Van Beek.
I have another question, and it has to do with the Kenyon Highway District letter dated September 24th. I think it's part of Exhibit 5 from Chris Hopper and Lynn Richfield. So I have a question that may not be specifically related to this, but under public improvements, the third paragraph down, where it's per CHD development policy, the city of Middleton will be provided opportunity to review and comment on a proposed subdivision during the review of the plat. So as a learning opportunity, is that standard? Do we always have that level of review or overlay? And what kind of jurisdiction do they get or input on either stopping progress or moving that forward?
Well, anytime there's kind of a mix of roadways, I mean, this is in Middleton's impact area, the city limits are really close. They have an MOU decides who's going to take care of what road segment.
So that's between the highway district and the city of Middleton.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they give the city, we give them the opportunity by noticing.
Okay.
I don't know those comments for the city, did we?
We didn't.
We have, yeah.
Madam Chair, I have one more question, and it's a legal question that someone asked me, and evidently they're going to research that, but we have another property that was approved by the board with conditions of approval that it's been in the works long enough that now it looks like it may be annexed into the city. But does anybody know when those are approved, the board makes a decision based on those findings of facts. And it's my understanding that those are rendered null and void once that city annexation takes place. But is that anything we review? Is that in state statute?
Madam Chair, Commissioner Van Deen, yeah, we don't have a role in it. So cities do it, they rarely notify the assessor, obviously. We have a GIS layer ordinance. A lot of it is annexations by cities. It's something we needed to get access to. You see the refund request because we issue a permit and then we find out later it's been annexed to the city. Because there was a gap from when the city annexes it, when the tax commission does it. So this ordinance layer from the assessor shows us the things that have been annexed but aren't officially approved by the tax commission yet.
Yeah.
So, but we don't.
Madam
They'll let us know what the time is.
And the problem is,
Commissioner Van Beek?
thank you, Madam Chair. The problem with that, the question I asked Mr. Hopper yesterday was, what do we do with traffic flow that's already operating at its grade D? And that section along Emmett Highway, which is where that's located, I haven't looked at it, it's just information I've been given that they did not provide a statement that said there would be an impact to traffic, but it's R3 high density with potential like townhouses or planned unit developments kind of, and right across from the high school. So it is a question. I've gotten a lot of comments. I want to be able to provide a response that is researched, but
Madam Chair, we can
yeah,
talk offline on
thank
that.
you.
Thank you. At this time, I will turn it over to Craig for your testimony.
Am I on?
Yep.
All right. So this is our family bought this property mostly for us to live on. 4 of the lots are going to be 3 of our children, and 2 of the other lots are friends of ours. So I'm not a professional developer. I'm going to be on lot 9. So we're excited about this. We're just adjusting and learning as we go. I don't have anything specific other than what Jennifer has said. Everything agrees with what I understand to be true. So I do not have anything specific to add unless somebody has a question for me.
Thank you, Craig. Any questions for the applicant?
No, thank you.
All right. Motion to close public testimony? Thank you, Craig.
I need to I have some questions, yes. Sure. Staff. It's pressurized irrigation, and the homeowners association is going to take care of it, correct?
Right.
And so what is it? It's 600 feet south of the property is the city of Middleton. Is that correct?
City of Middleton is actually located across Kingsbury.
To the west.
Yeah, so if you look at Exhibit 6.
Or 3.
Okay, that's where I'm on.
Yeah, attached to that is a map.
Okay.
Subject properties have stars on them. To the west is Lake Satalaga, which is in the city limits of Middleton.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, I mean, it's very close to, okay. Just needed to understand the proximity to cities.
All right.
Madam Chair,
Chair Van Beek?
I move we close public testimony.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to close public testimony. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. This time I would entertain a motion to accept the preliminary plat, conclusions of law, findings of fact, and the order.
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Van Beek?
I move that we accept the request by Lee Family Trust for a preliminary plat for Solitude Creek subdivision, case number SE 2020-0016, in addition to the findings of facts and conclusions of law and order executed by staff this morning.
Second.
There's a motion and a second for the recommended approval of this application, including the conditions of approval, findings of fact, conclusions of law. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? motion passes. Thank you, Craig. We'll see you when you get your final plat ready.
All right, hopefully soon.